I'm Gabby from GoNaturalEnglish.com, where you can learn to speak English fluently and confidently. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to speak English more native-like, more naturally, and how to use intonation to sound more like an American English speaker. So if you're up for improving your American English accent, then let's go. It's time that we stop thinking of English as just words, vocabulary, grammar rules. More than half of our communication in any language is done through intonation. And that's why this video is so important, because in your traditional English language classroom, you rarely learn about intonation and how important it is in your communication in English. And it's super important to help you sound more native-like, because natives know how to use intonation naturally. It's not something that we're really taught in school, but we learn it as we grow up speaking the language. So I'm going to share 3 points with you, 3 things that you may not be doing today that are keeping you from sounding like a native English speaker. So let's begin. We have to understand that English is more than grammar rules and more than just words. If it was just words and grammar, that would be way easier. But English is like music. English has a melody, it has rhythm, it has stress. And we're going to talk about all 3 of these and how you can use them to sound more like an American English speaker. So, first of all, let's think about melody. When I ask you a question like, what are you doing? Do you hear a little bit of music? Let me just say these words with the melody. Actually, no words. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. What are you doing? Da 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 da. So, there's a little bit of a melody. I'm not saying these words with the same melody, the same note. I don't say da 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 da. If I did, I would sound like a robot, and I'm not a robot, I swear. And you're not a robot either, right? So we don't want to say, what are you doing? We want to say, what are you doing? What are you doing? So use melody when you ask a question. In WH questions, our intonation goes down. But before it goes down, it actually goes up. What are you doing? What are you doing? So actually, there's a rule here. Any WH question, WH questions being any question that begins with what, who, where, when, or why, are intonation going down at the end. So, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? How are you doing that? When are you doing that? With whom are you doing that? So, all of these WH questions go up and then down. If you're asking a question that's a yes-no question, it's a little different. Do you like ice cream? Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. The yes-no questions end on a higher note. It's like music. But before we go up, we go down. Do you like ice cream? Do you like ice cream? Well, yes, I do. Thank you for asking. But seriously, listen to the intonation. It's very important. And there are rules, so it's not just totally random. I know English seems really crazy, it seems totally random, but it's not. So these are important rules to know and to use. Melody is really important when you're asking questions, but it's also really important when you're just making statements. Like when I say, but first, coffee. But first, coffee. Can you hear how the note goes down? The pitch in my voice goes down. But first, coffee. But first, coffee. It's very important. Always first coffee, then study English. But seriously, when you're ending a sentence, your pitch goes down, your voice goes down. But before it goes down, it goes up a little bit. But first, coffee. Also, intonation is super important for expressing your true sentiments, your true feelings. Some phrases don't automatically get a pitch. I gave you some rules to follow now, like statements go down, WH questions go up, yes/no questions go down. But people express themselves in other ways besides those three forms. So take a word like interesting. If I just say it like that, you can take it at face value. It's interesting. If I add some pitch to it, I can completely change the feeling of the word. For example, let's make my pitch go up. Interesting! Interesting! Well, I am surprised and amazed. Let's make my pitch go down. Interesting. Interesting. I'm more serious. Let's make my pitch flat now. No melody, no pitch. Interesting. Do you really think that I think something is interesting when I have no expressive pitch? No. That's the problem. When you don't use pitch, you may be expressing yourself, or other people may think that you are expressing yourself in a negative way. If I simply say, interesting, that may sound sarcastic to other people. If you have no pitch, if you have no upward pitch of your voice or downward pitch, either way, and you sound robotic, people may think that you are actually not interested and you actually do not think that thing is interesting. So it's important to add feeling to your voice with pitch. Rhythm. Rhythm is not just a dancer. Rhythm is not just music. Rhythm is English. And rhythm is a result of the message that you are expressing. Rhythm is the message that you are expressing, and it's important to use it as a powerful tool to express yourself. Rhythm comes from stress. And we're going to talk about stress as well, but let's look at an example. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm marking the rhythm. No matter how slowly or quickly I speak, it is the same. What are you going to do? 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 Now you heard me use contractions. I used linking, and some words disappeared. What are you gonna do is completely different in terms of completely enunciating the words than what are you going to do? But what's super interesting about English is that the rhythm stays the same. What are you going to do? What are you gonna do? Completely different, but yet the same. Same, but different. So rhythm is an important way to express yourself because rhythm is a marker of stress. Let's look at another example. I speak English. I do speak English. I do not speak English. I do not speak English. You may notice that I added words with every sentence. I do speak English. The first sentence, I'm stressing the subject. I speak English. The second sentence, I'm stressing the fact that I do speak English. And because that stressed word do is there, then I actually am not stressing the subject anymore. it would be quite rare, not impossible, but quite rare to stress every single word in a sentence. For example, I do speak English. This sounds quite overly dramatic and unnatural, but it would be natural to say, I do speak English. Do you really speak English? Yes, I do speak English. I can even add another word. I do not speak English, and the rhythm stays the same. I do not speak English. I do not speak English. Why is this? This is because within every sentence and every phrase, we have a rhythm that is based on the words that are stressed. So let's talk about stress. First of all, we have word level stress. This means that within every word in English that has more than one syllable, we have a stressed syllable. For example, computer. Computer. We have 3 syllables, computer, and the stressed syllable is the second syllable. Computer. Computer. Okay? How about laptop? Because it's a laptop computer. How many syllables? 2. Laptop. Which is the stressed syllable? The first one. Laptop. So each word in English has a stressed syllable and an unstressed syllable. If we have more than 2 syllables, we have a stressed syllable and multiple unstressed syllables. The stressed syllable is so strong, it's like a bully that makes the other syllables feel weak. And so they actually change their sounds. So they become weak schwa sounds. A schwa sound is like So I say computer, laptop. Other words like woman. Here's actually a tip. A lot of English learners say woman because you're trying to stress both syllables, but that doesn't happen with native English speakers. We stress one syllable, so it becomes woman. So not woman, but woman. So we have the schwa, the sound. Now, the schwa doesn't always appear in every single word. Like, it doesn't show up in computer. But so the schwa even shows up in words like computer. I don't say computer, I say computer. So we have that in the first syllable because the second syllable is so stressed. And laptop is not laptop, it's laptop. We have that sound. So every single word, almost every single word, I'm sure there's some exceptions, has a stressed syllable that is really pronounced clearly, quite strongly, a bit higher pitch, a bit louder, and usually longer than all the other syllables. It's so powerful. You really want to stress it to sound more natural and more American when you speak English. And then you have to remember that the other syllables are going to be weaker. All right, so that is word level stress. We also have phrase level stress. This is super important and has a lot to do with rhythm, which we were just talking about, right? I speak English, like those examples. Phrase level stress. We stress certain words in a sentence. The whole word is more stressed in certain words in a sentence. And in other words in a sentence, we don't have as much stress. What words do we stress? We stress content words, and we do not stress function words. These are general rules. There are exceptions. Like if I really wanted to stress, for example, if you asked me, Gabby, do I need to say the pen? I would say yes, you should say the pen because we're talking about a specific pen. In that case, I just stress the word the a lot because it's an important word that I want to express to you. So normally, not stressing the word the, we would not need to stress it in a regular sentence if I'm not explaining about the word the or if I don't want to stress the word the. So, for example, the pen is on the table. Oh my gosh, what a great example, right? Have you ever heard that one before? The pen is on the table. You barely hear the word the. The pen is on the table. It almost sounds like I'm just saying pen is on the table, but I'm not. I'm saying the pen is on the table. The pen is on the table. So pen is a content word. It's our subject. The pen is on the table. Table is also an important word, so it's stressed. The pen is on the table. So usually we stress a verb, and is a quite short verb, but we hear it a bit more than other words like the or on. This is also why prepositions are so hard, because they're not stressed. They're function words. So we do not usually hear them, and therefore it's harder to grasp them. But anyway, we have phrase level stress. And that is super important, to stress the important keywords. Content words are like keywords. What words do you really need to know? Like the subject and the verb. So who is doing what? Those are the most important things. And you want to say them stressed. Stressed, again, is louder, longer, higher. The pen is on the table, okay? The pen is on the table. So we say them a little bit longer, louder, and higher. Perfect. So if you keep these 3 points in mind, melody, rhythm, and stress, you are going to sound much more native-like, much more natural, less like a robot, and more like an American English speaker. In my complete English course, I guide you through American English pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, conversation, speaking, everything that you need to know. It's a complete course. And you join my on-site private community where you can practice with me and the other students in the course. So if you would like to get more information about how fluent communication can change your English skills, improve your fluency and your confidence in speaking English, then click on the link in the description. You can also click right up there on the card. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that if you're serious about improving your English skills, that you'll learn more about my complete course and join the students from all over the world who are improving their English skills with me at Go Natural English. Thanks so much for watching. You can click right down there to subscribe to Go Natural English. You can click down there to get a free sample of the English Fluency Formula audio ebook, which is a great place to start learning right now. And you can click right over there to keep watching videos here at Go Natural English. Thanks, have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.